Welcome back to Anime News Update. Fair warning, this week's news is bound to be painful. Live-action Naruto movie, Red Ash anime Kickstarter, and internet creates Isischan. This is going to be good. Let's jump right in. First off, Lionsgate will try and destroy everything you hold dear and set the industry back 5 years. Oh, I misread my notes. I mean make a Naruto movie. Oh god, why? Things were starting to look good for us. Then a sign came from the sky that dark days are coming when Lionsgate not only wants to stick their finger in the pie, but give it the typical Hollywood workover. We were so close and then this has to happen. I mean, the Ghost in the Shell movie's looking good. Resurrection of F killed it at the box office for such a limited run. I mean, Akira will still be a god-awful disgrace, but WB's probably lost more money than they'll ever get back, so I can live with it. But Naruto? You bastards! Please tell me how this movie will work without using the words take the money and or run. How the hell are you going to condense 72 volumes into your budget film? Have you learned nothing from Dragon Ball Evolution?
I am Goku.
No, you're not. You're a desperate cash grab and an insult to something people love. The director they picked for this is Mitchell Garci, who's mostly worked as a visual effects specialist and is now working on his first movie this year, which shows the level of care they have for this franchise since Lionsgate is tossing the movie to the first wet behind the ears director they can find. Proving yet again, just like Beyblade, Hollywood executives don't know a thing about sequential art or anime and will buy up anything they can get their hands on so they can plop it in front of the first person they can find and tell them, turn this into money. If you guys are going to do this, at least try. People from all over the world love this series, and word to the wise, anime fight scenes don't look the same as in the show with a low budget and lack of expertise. They look like this.
Don't turn your back on me!
You're already dead.
That's pretty much what we're all hoping for, isn't it? Let's move on. Concept, the game studio behind Mighty No. 9 that had an extremely successful Kickstarter back in 2013, pulling in just under $4 million from fan donations to make a spiritual successor to Capcom's Mega Man games. Wow, $4 million! That shows people really like Mega Man, and hate Capcom with a burning passion.
No, this isn't happening! What am I fighting for?
Great line read. They launched 2 new Kickstarters in July, one for another game meant to be a spiritual successor to Mega Man Legends called Red Ash, and the other for an anime adaptation of the same project. In an odd twist, the Red Ash game didn't make its minimum Kickstarter goal, but the anime did. The game's developer Koji Imina has gotten a lot of flack from both gaming press and fans alike, since the studio still hasn't released Mighty No. 9 yet, or sent out all of the backer rewards. The game has also been delayed until 2016. Not doing so great there, guys, are you? This is also following the announcement that they sold the rights to Legendary Pictures to make a Mighty No. 9 movie. Wait, why do you need our money again? Koji, I think you're a cool guy, but really, what the dude? How about you finish your game first before treating your fans like cash dispensers? Also, stop treating your fans like cash dispensers! For this project, they'll be working with Studio 4 Celsius, who are relatively small but are best known for making very artistic stylized animation, using some pretty off-the-wall techniques. They can be pretty hit or miss, but when they're good, they're really good.
Sir, give me your hand.
I can't.
But we may have a problem with Red Ash, and like most problems in the world directly linked to my happiness, it involves money, or a lack thereof. You see, the Kickstarter backers reached the level 1 goal at $116,000 for a single 12-minute long OVA. They must have thought this would go over much better since they had stretch goals going all the way up past $2 million for a feature film. But, even better yet, all the money isn't going into the anime. This is the chart provided on the Kickstarter page for how the money is going to be used. It shows us that only 47% of the Kickstarter funding will be going into the project. So that's only about $76,000, and I don't see a cost for taxes or distribution listed here either. Keep in mind it typically takes around $150,000 to make a half-hour-long anime episode, and what they made barely even covers the cost for 12 minutes, if even that. And I can't imagine very many people would be willing to fork over much money after the fact to see a bite-sized anime for a new property they haven't seen before, just because it sort of looks like another Kickstarter game that keeps getting delayed. I think you guys have spent all the goodwill you earned back in 2013. Stay out of my half of the industry until you can do it it on your own dime. Sloppy work, guys. Very sloppy work. Brace yourself. I'm going to talk about a meme this week, but it's still anime related. Kind of. In January, a user from the popular Japanese forum 2channel posted a thread called "Let's make Isis into a Mo Girl and send it to them." And so they did. Meet Isischan, the black-clad cute character created as an online protest image for anti-ISIS supporters, made by the anime community, and so far there's been thousands and thousands of images made using her. Isischan is a green-haired, short, 19-year-old girl who carries a large combat knife but only uses it to slice and eat melons. The forum came up with a campaign to do a Google bombing, which pretty much means spamming the internet with as many pictures, threads, and videos as humanly possible until the vast majority of search results come up with this cute girl rather than anything else. Just like when you search for virtually anything on Google Image and get pony fan art. If you want to make your own Isischan and contribute, there's some ground rules set by the original creators. Those are: do not insult Islam, do not use any Islamic religious symbols in your art, no disrespecting hostages, and no gore and no porn. Ever. And don't even think about depicting Isischan with any kind of weapon unless she uses it to help her eat melons. Breaking any of those rules means you didn't make an official Isischan. It also means you missed the bloody point. The goal is not to directly harass ISIS, but to bring some levity and peacefully protest a very grim situation the world is currently facing. A lot of Twitter and Reddit groups also spam Isischan in forums and comment sections of websites that have pro-ISIS propaganda. Wait, I'm talking about propaganda? Wow, this episode got heavy fast. You know what? I'm just gonna let you form your own opinion about this one. I kind of debated for days if I should talk about this one in a video, and I finally decided to go with it. And here's why. This is the first time the anime community has ever really done something like this. Well, at least not on this scale anyway. But it's kind of a big deal. Just don't get used to me talking about this kind of thing, okay? I'm not really qualified. I mean, last episode I talked about a 23-foot long body pillow, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But hey, if you want to watch me talk about a 23-foot long body pillow, or if you want to get more anime news update, go ahead and click those annotations. I'm going to go and try and write an episode that isn't nearly as serious or filled with as much rage.
みんなの力を合わせることで苦戦しながらも野菜を破壊することに成功